Welcome to ComputerTechTV. My name is Rick Arter, and today I'd like to talk to you guys about the new AMD Bulldozer CPUs, aka the Zambezi-FX processors coming out from AMD. These are going to be on the AM3 Plus platform, also known to some of you guys as the 990FX chipset. Now basically there's four CPUs I'd like to talk to you guys about. They're all 32 nanometer CPUs, and they all will feature 1866 megahertz plus DDR3 memory support. They all have 8 megabytes of L3 cache, and the L2 cache actually ranges from 4 megabytes on the 4-core, 6 megabytes on the 6-core, and 8 megabytes on the 8-core. So moving on, let's talk a little bit more about these CPUs. The lowest end, the FX4110, it's 4-core, and I was unable to find the clock speed or the max turbo core for the CPU, but it's going to be a 95 watt CPU, which is roughly going to go for about 190 US. Moving on from there, we have the 6-core, which is the FX6110. Also could not find the clock speed or the max turbo core on that. 95 watts on this CPU as well, and this is going to retail for roughly $240 US. Moving on from there, we get to the big guns. We have two here on the 8-core line here. We have the 8110, which is going to be 3.6 gigahertz, with a max turbo core of 4 gigahertz, which is very impressive considering what we're looking at now from AMD and Intel. And that will be an actual 95 watt processor as well, so that's going to be very impressive to see the heat dissipation and all the stuff like that, what the temperatures are actually going to be, what coolers are going to include, stuff like that. And this CPU is going to go for $290 US, roughly. We'll see what happens when August and September rolls around after the engineering samples have been out, benchmarks and all that have been fully done. We'll see exactly what these processors are going to go for, but I'm sure they'll stick for right around what they're talking about here. And the highest end, which is the FX8130P, is the 8-core CPU, and that's going to feature a 3.8 gigahertz clock speed with a max turbo core of 4.2 gigahertz. So it's very impressive for today's offerings, like I said. And that's going to be actually a 125 watt CPU, and that is basically going to be their highest flagship model at the beginning of the launch here of the new Bulldozer CPUs, from what I've gathered here. And that is basically going to be a $320 processor. So really, if you look at it, considering what you're looking at from Intel today, which just for a comparison here, you're looking at a i7 2600K, which comes at 3.4 gigahertz and a turbo boost of 3.8, and you guys all know about what the prices of those are. So $320 for the highest end AMD chip, 8 cores, 3.8 gigahertz, turbo core of 4.2, so that's going to be just amazing performance out of the box there. And as I said before, this is going to be the 990FX platform with the SB950 South Bridge, and there's already quite a bit of companies coming out now with the 990FX chipsets and the boards that are going to be released. I'll try to make another video on that if you guys have not heard about that yet. And that about wraps it up, guys, for the 4 CPUs that AMD is planning to release with their Bulldozer or Zambezi-FX series processors, as they're calling them. So basically, we will see how things go from here. As always, things can change, things can get delayed, but I hope everything stays on track. If not, maybe release a little bit earlier, because I know AMD has really good price to performance CPUs. However, Intel just seems to be beating them to the ground with the new i5s and i7s and all that. But you got to think that when you buy Intel, you are paying the premium price for the Intel processor. So all you guys out there who are building gaming rigs and you're wondering, AMD or Intel, really both of them are going to run games, for 99% of the people out there perfectly fine. I know there are some people who say that the Intels, being that they cost more and that they have, you know, a little bit more of this or a little bit more of that, it's going to make it that much more of a better experience, when really I've seen plenty of people who are running even the first generations of like the Phenom processors, and they have no problems playing all the, you know, newest games out there. So when it comes to gaming, I really would recommend, if you are planning to build a computer, that I would say to stick, um, you know, wait around until the bulldozers come out, just to see, you know, what their performance actually is. And there are a few benchmarks online, I believe now. You guys can search around for that. But like I stated, I will put the links to this information on the Bulldozer CPUs, what I found. Maybe you guys can find some more. If you guys do, however, find a site that has the clock speeds and the max turbo core for the 4110 and the 6110, please put that in the comments below, or you can just post a comment with those speeds, because I'm interested to know, and the sites that I found did not actually have those. So that about wraps it up, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Lots more videos to come. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.